Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Okay, in my last video I did a quick review of this F-105W and said that yeah, it's kind of like a worthy successor to the F-91W, but I didn't really show them side by side. So yeah, this is gonna be that video. So before we start, just a quick clarification. This is my F-91W. Well, as you can see, it's not the OG or not the original color. This because after that they introduced different variations of colors. You know, for the F-91 there's a blue bezel, there's a silver black bezel, there's a gunmetal bezel, and yeah, I think I got this one a couple of years back or a year or two back. This military green kind of bezel. So it's not the exact F-91 if you want to really compare it color to color. But in terms of size or case dimensions and specs, it's exactly the same. So I think it makes a good reference here. Okay, so with that clarification, let's start off with some case dimensions. The F-105W has a width of about 35.2 millimeters when I just measure in between that groove here. Let's see on the F-91. It's about 33.1 millimeters. Lug to lug, 38.3 I guess. On the F-105, it's 39.2. Thickness, 9.7, 8.3, and both of them come with an 18 millimeters lug width. On the overall, we can say that the F-105 is a tad bigger. It's slightly thicker, and that is to be expected because of that electroluminescent lighting module. So if you can see side by side here, let me just figure out how to put it. So you can see that the F-105 is a tad thicker. Well, yeah, on the overall it's slightly bigger, but not a lot. There are also some subtle differences on the case design, and I think mostly it's kind of easy to see is the lug design. So on the F-91, you can see that it has sort of like a hooded lug where you don't really like see, you know, two prongs coming out. But whereas on this F-105, it's kind of a more traditional lug design. Well, as I mentioned again, I won't go into the color variations of these two watches because the F-91W has a lot of variations. And as far as I know, the F-105W only has this single color variation. Well, at the time of filming this video. One thing I noticed with my naked eye is that the F-91 has a crispier LED. I'm not sure if my camera is picking them up, but from a naked eye, it looks sharper on the F-91, and I can also see that on the F-105, the fonts are a little thicker, yeah, like a bold kind of font, but the contrast, I would say the F-91 is better. Well, maybe it's due to that EL backlighting module, or they have some sort of like, I don't know, a polarizer or whatnot that, you know, makes the LCD seems like a little less in contrast. But if you were to, you know, take them apart and look at it just on its own, you can't really tell the difference unless you're like really putting them side by side and you're really trying to compare them. So I've been wearing the, you know, this F-105 on and off, and I didn't really notice that until I put two of them side by side together. From the back, we can see that the F-105 is powered by the 3298 module and the F-91W is powered by the 593 module. Both have the exact same functions, so why don't we just cycle through them? So alarm, stopwatch, stopwatch, time setting mode, and that's it. And both of them have an option to either show time in 24 hours or 12 hours by pressing the lower right button. All right, pressing here. Yep, so now it's 18:19, and if I were to press it again, it's gonna show like it's 6 p.m. Yeah, so in terms of functionality, both of these watches has the same function. I think the only difference between the two modules is that this one comes with an LED backlighting and this one comes with a full EL backlighting. The rated battery life on these two watches, it's 7 years, and they both run on the CR 2016 battery. Well, 7-year battery life is with the usual caveat, you know, like yeah, if you use the backlight a lot and if you use a lot of alarm, it's not going to last you 7 years. But if you use it sparingly, yes, it might last you 7 years. But I guess the more you use the backlight on the F-105, it's gonna eat up the battery life even more because, yeah, EL, I think, you know, I might be wrong, but I think it's more power hungry than a single LED. Both watches have resin cases, they have acrylic crystals, and they have the typical stainless steel screw down case back, you know, typical meaning that it's like a Casio screw down case back where you have 4 little screws to hold them. I think they are the same. I think they have the exact same resin watch band. Well, if you look at here, I'm not sure if it's showing up, they have the exact same number. You see here. Yep. So the number is exactly the same, which shows that this is exactly the same watch band. All right. And both of them, they come with this same plastic buckle with the debossed Casio logo. If you look at the design, it's exactly the same. All the debossing, all the grooves and all the holes on the watch band, they are exactly the same. Both also comes with just a typical water resistance, so they are only good for, you know, splashes, washing your hand and whatnot. But again, you know, before people come shouting at me, yeah, I know people swim with their F-91, people just shower with their F-91 without any issue. So yeah, but officially it's only rated for water resistance. So why don't we go for a reshot of these two watches and wrap up the video. Okay, so let's compare the lume between this F-105 and F-91. So I press the top right corner button and you can see the F-105 come with a full EL backlighting, whereas this F-91W, it comes with a green single LED. Yeah, not really helpful when it is really dark, you know. Maybe you will still be able to read the time, but yeah, you might struggle a little bit, especially when you want to look at the date. So yeah, so that's the main difference between these two, I guess. It's the lume. This is how the F-105 fits my small 6-inch or 15.2 centimeter wrist. Yeah, 15.2 centimeters. Yeah, so it's a blessing, I would say. It fits rather really nice. There's no lug overhang, and the strap, even though it's long, it's not like overly long, so it's really a good fit. So once it's on, you barely feel it you know, on your wrist. And I think I mentioned in my previous video that I used to wear this F-91 or F-105 when I go shopping for groceries. Yeah, as to be expected, the F-91W wears similar to the F-105 on the wrist. So yeah, there's no lug overhang, it's lightweight, it's slim, maybe a tad slimmer. Yeah, you can complain that the F-105 is thicker, but it's not a lot thicker that you will really notice it. You know, it's still a very slim watch in my opinion, and both are really lightweight and they wear great on my small 6-inch or 15.2 centimeters wrist without any issue. Alright, I think that's about it for this video. So if you're new to the channel, please help me by subscribing to the channel. It really helps me a lot. And you can also follow me on my Instagram at gfw_watch for more watch pictures. Till then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay safe and take care. Bye bye.